All the things we do are stupid and far beyond civilization. We are not civilized yet. That's why you have prisons, police, war, and all the problems you have, unnecessary human suffering, because people don't understand yet. Their schools do not educate people. They teach you to become a cog in the wheel, as Roxanne pointed out. They teach you to become a carpenter, an engineer, an architect. All these are false fields. They have to teach you how to become a generalist, how to understand the history of civilization, which is lacking in all our universities. They'd be shut down in the future, and people will be brought up to become generalists. So they understand human behavior, they understand what makes a person, what gives a person drive. So all of us are brought up to believe there are different kinds of people, which is a lie. That the Japanese mind can't grasp technology, that the Chinese can't understand certain things, and always get a dumb Pollock to clean out your cellar. And the damn Italians, the wops, they brought the mafia to this country. And all that hatred comes from cheap labor. As a rule, when the Irish first came to this country, they worked for one half the amount Americans worked for. So let's get rid of those damn Irishmen. They're no good. Well, they took their jobs away. That's why we got mad at them. And during the Depression, the factory put up a sign, "Help wanted." Everybody lined up to get a job. Hundreds of people. Normal Americans would say, let's get the goddamn wops out of line. Let's get the goddamn Filipinos out of line. Because they threaten our jobs. That's why they do that. Racial hatred is tolerated and brought about. But I want to tell you this. Most Americans don't know that George Washington, the first president, had 300 slaves. Today be arrested as a nut. And most of the people, Harry Truman, President Truman, was a hat salesman, real jackass in presidential position. Now, who are these people in government? What is a politician? I don't want you to take my word. I want you to walk over to any politician you know or do not know and ask them, how can you grow food faster without exhausting the soil and feed the hungry? I don't know. How can you make automobiles that don't hit each other? I don't know. How can you make highways safer? I don't know. They don't know anything. Don't take my word for it. Ask them. They really don't know a damn thing, and I mean politicians all over the world. All countries, all, are basically corrupt. If you don't understand what I'm saying, where do you think America got America from? You think the Indians just come on over, enjoy yourself, take all the land you want? No, we killed thousands of Indians. We starved 50 million buffalo to make it tough for the Indians. And the Indians that fought back really tried to take some land back, but the government decided that they wanted to get rid of those aggressive Indians that wouldn't conform to what we wanted. So they offered $10 for every Indian you killed. And the guy walked over and he said, I just killed 10 Indians. The government said, how do we know that? Bring back a piece of the Indian. So they started scalping Americans, not the Indians. And we brought back 10 scalps to collect $10 for every Indian you killed. Americans are no good, the French are no good, the Greeks are no good. All nations are corrupt. They say the sun never sets on England. Where do you think England got all that land from? They took it by killing thousands of people. So if you don't like the guy next door, if you shoot him and miss by 1 inch, you're not a murderer. If your aim is a little better, you're a murderer, if you hit the guy. So today they have guns, machine guns with laser beams. When it's on you and you pull the trigger, bullets come out. If it's a little off, no bullets come out. The guns are getting smarter, soldiers are getting dumber, and they're killing. They're killing machines. We would train soldiers to be problem solvers, send them back to school. How do you bridge the difference between nations? How can we improve agriculture? How can we fight hurricanes, heart disease? This is a real problem, not killing. When you kill people and bomb cities, consider the abortionists. Some people say, gee, that's terrible. They commit abortion, they take a life. If these people were consistently educated, when you have war, you kill pregnant women, children, everybody. Why don't they fight against war? Why just abortionists? There's something dreadfully wrong with all our schools. They have better equipment than ever, the universities, the best, and the wars are getting worse. The atom bomb is considered nothing today compared to the cobalt bomb. It'll kill many more people. Each submarine, I'm talking about America, it's the only country I have information on, has 300 submarines. According to the Navy, each one has more destructive power than all the wars in history. What can you accomplish with that? Then they tell you other things. They tell you things like, be good, be kind. How can you be kind or good? Suppose I have a factory and I turn out things 10 times faster than your factory. Same product. If I share that with you, I lose the competitive edge. If I have patents, I deprive people all over the world from making things that make life better. Our major concern is not profit. It's the well-being of human beings throughout the world. To the degree that we neglect people, we hurt our own future. For example, if we or the United States controlled most of the Earth's resources, we would produce anxiety in other countries for fear of running out of resources, arable land, water, etc. And therefore they might invade this country to try to get the necessary resources for survival. I don't think it's wise for a nation to defend itself or try to make sustainability available only in the area that they live, because they would produce hatred and envy and try to control the resources of other countries so that we can enslave people or put them on minimum wage and get whatever we want produced for the self-centered reason of our nation. And we seek national advantage rather than global advantage. As long as we seek national advantage, it may work for a while. It may enhance the lifestyles or increase the productivity of goods and services. But that's not of long duration. This is the only thing I worry about. Sustainability for separate nations is okay in the short run, but in the long run it produces negative retroaction.
Yeah.